Hi everyone. Today we're going to be going over a case that we saw recently in office. This was a runner who came in with both piriformis pain, buttock pain on the right side, and IT band syndrome at the same time. We're going to go over that case and a few exercises you can try to help that out. Hey, my name's Mandy. This is Sebastian.
Hello.
We're two parts of the locally world famous chiropractors down in Costa Mesa, California. We're at Performance Place Sports Care. So this patient came in, she's a marathon runner and had been running pretty much her whole life and felt buttock pain on the right side for I think 3 or 4 years at that point.
That's a long time.
Yeah, and she had tried a ton of stuff. She said she had IT band syndrome on the same side as well. She had tried stretching. I think she was also into yoga. So she tried stretching and said that it felt temporary relief but never got lastingly better. Like she would go out on her run and immediately within the first 5 minutes start feeling it ramp up again.
Did it start to go away after you started to run a little bit, or did it just kept getting worse?
It just kept getting worse, and occasionally it would kind of fluctuate between worse and worse, but it never was tolerable for her and it was really limiting her mileage. And then she also had this IT band syndrome at the same time that seemed to be tied together, like they were both getting worse at the same time and both fluctuating at the same rate.
Okay. Well, so what did you try that actually helped her? Because she got better, right?
Yeah. So previously she had tried stretching, she did a ton of foam rolling, a ton of mobility work, but she hadn't tried strengthening both the area and the surrounding areas to support that piriformis structure. So we actually did a lot of core work, very specific core work that works on breathing here. So a different type of bracing than most runners are typically used to.
Okay, let's give it a shot then.
Yeah.
Let's show what you're talking about.
We're going to do a 2-in-1. We're going to strengthen those glute muscles and get that breathing in the same exercise. So Seth, let's go on your back.
I get therapy at the same time as this video today?
You get a 2-in-1 special.
Oh, I can't wait.
All right. So we're going to be doing a version of a glute bridge, except we're going to be focusing on breathing. And what we're going to do, you guys can use a heavy water bottle. We have a kettlebell here. That works too. You're going to stick this right over your belly button.
This weight doesn't make it harder?
It makes it a little harder, but you're strong, right? So go ahead and feel how it feels sinking into your belly.
Yeah.
And then try and push it out with your guts. So you'll find as you breathe in, it's easier to push it out.
Okay.
So go ahead and keep that pressure there. At no point are you allowed to let the kettlebell win into your guts.
I don't think I want to because it hurts. So.
Well, good. That's motivation. All right, so we're going to keep that belly pressure. And then can you lift your hips off the ground into a glute bridge and back down? And let's rep it out. Up and down. What do you feel working while you're doing this?
I feel like I'm just kind of holding my breath a little bit just because of the weight.
Gotcha. So go ahead and pause at the bottom. Mm-hmm. If you feel like that weight is heavy, you can either switch to a lighter weight or you can kind of create a little bit of support in the arms. But I do want you to keep breathing this whole time. So we're not letting it fall into our guts, but we're letting our lungs expand and contract as well.
Okay. Yeah, I took a little bit of the weight away, and I feel like I can do that now.
Okay. Yep. So we want to find a working weight where you're able to breathe. Oxygen is your friend, but still do this.
So is it okay if I feel my piriformis and TFL when I'm doing this?
So we don't want to feel the symptoms that you're coming in with. So what we can do is walk your feet away from you a little bit. And let's create slightly more pressure in here. Mm-hmm. That pressure dial should change the symptoms, and if it doesn't, let's move to a different exercise.
Yeah, I feel like if I get a little bit more pressure, it dissipates it.
Okay, so keep the same amount of pressure that you don't feel the TFL or piriformis in during this exercise. You should be feeling big butt cheek work and a little bit of core work as well.
Okay, yeah, we're starting to get there.
Okay, great. Can you actually show the camera where you're feeling it in the glutes?
Yeah, so I feel like, if I took my whole hand and just grabbed, that is basically the area, versus like piriformis for me was kind of like a strip and then like a band, like a IT band.
Yeah.
Versus like big area.
Yeah, so we're looking for a big, broad area of effort rather than like a fist size or a quarter size area of effort or pain.
Okay, what else do you do?
So we can actually strengthen the surrounding structures as well to help support that hip joint. So let's take this away. Let's roll onto your side facing the camera. And let's go, bent knees. Let that top knee relax. So this is going to be a version of a side plank known as a side bridge. We're actually going to be coming up from the knees here. Yep, perfect. So when you're up here, we want straight line between shoulders, hip, and knee. Find that same belly pressure at the top. So breathing into where your hand is there and down.
Now, I've done side planks before. Is that any different?
They're very similar. This is a little bit more closed chain, so we have a little bit more isolation into the core right there, and we're focusing more on that breathing there. It makes it a little bit easier to control that breathing.
I feel like this is easier on my arm too.
Definitely. Yeah, I know when I do side planks, I get shoulder pain. This is a version that you can do that may alleviate that shoulder pain as well.
Yeah, and I feel like when I get friends that do side planks, they can hold them for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, so if you feel like you're holding this super long, Seb, go ahead and pause at the top here. Can you try and push me all the way up? Like you're trying to let a semi-truck go under you. Up, 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 more.
Okay, that's a bit harder.
Good. And relax.
Okay.
So if you feel like this isn't super effortful, try and let your body up a little bit more, like you're letting a semi-truck drive under you rather than a low bridge.
Yeah. So general expectations of like when people improve, like are you looking for like it should take 6 months for these exercises to get the right strength, or are you looking for a different timeline?
It should be a lot faster than that. I know the general guideline is 4 to 6 weeks for improvement, but frankly, you should feel better if these exercises work on the day. It will take a little bit more time and a little bit more complex movement to stick or to feel completely better. But if these exercises are working for you, you should get at least 30% better symptoms in that first day.
Yeah, exercise can be used as kind of as a movement medication, if you will. And so just as easy as like my back hurts while sitting, oh, I walked around, it felt better. Like that's an example of how quick it can be. If you guys are looking for any help, like this is a simulation of that case. And so if you're looking for help with your problem, you can always reach out to us. We're in Costa Mesa, California. We have virtual or in-person services. So we do like a Zoom version of this. And Mandy could totally watch you just move and just coach it like that, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
absolutely.
easy. So if you guys are looking for more help as well, we have a webinar in the corner all about hip and groin pain, which helps out to understand a little bit more about what type of problem you actually have. But subscribe to the channel, like the video. We'll see you next time.